this is basically a weird topic that we want to talk about because it is a movie thing that broke today, but we just want to talk about how it affects TV, which is Benedict Cumberbatch, apparently.
The Cumberstrange.
Is, yes. I rented that movie once. Apparently is going to be playing Doctor Strange.
The Cumberstrange cometh.
Yes.
We should say that it looks pretty locked in. He's in final negotiations.
I think it's happening.
We think it's happening. So, presuming that it is.
Yeah.
Exciting. Very interesting. Kind of a great choice. But we're going to move on from that. How do you think ultimately this impacts Sherlock, which I think pretty soon just can't go on?
That's what I think too. And I mean, we know Sherlock's coming back for another year, and actually, it's longest year in some respects because they're doing a Christmas special and 3 episodes. But that's the fact is, of course, we wait 2 years usually between seasons, and then they're just 6 hours. There's 3, 6 hours is more like 4.5.
4.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and look, for years now, they've been dealing with the fact that their 2 actors have just been getting bigger and bigger, starring in bigger and bigger movies, franchises. And that's only going to make the delay more. To their credit, they've still kept the show going. And The Hobbit, they worked around it, and because Martin Freeman, he was already contracted for Sherlock, and they made it work. Yeah, I do think, though, you have to be looking at a point where they're like, okay, this is a little crazy. Is it time to just wrap up?
Because I think also I think that they were and are committed to the show, and that's great.
Yeah.
And they've delivered on that promise, right? But and I really enjoy Sherlock, but I will say that I think at a certain point, Cumberbatch has probably just signed on for 9 films, and if it's not 9, it's probably 6.
For Marvel,
for Marvel,
yeah.
If they're in final negotiations, that's a piece of what they're negotiating right now. But it's not going to be 2 movies, and it's not going to be 3 movies.
No.
It'll be probably 6 to 9 that he is contracted to with Marvel Disney. Right? Playing Doctor Strange. Now,
I'm going to guess 6. I'm guessing he gets the 6.
He may get the 6 because he's already he's already a star.
Yeah, he's more Evans than Hemsworth as far as his position.
That's true. So he may get 6, but still, that's still 6 films.
A lot of movies. Yeah.
And then if you're his agent, you're probably going like, not only did he just sign on for 6 films, but I can leverage this to really build his career as a movie star right now. And do I want him to spend any time really working on anything other than that? What I would want to do if I was his agent is probably get him an Oscar in between, just to be like building his career. You know what I mean? This is a serious actor, but look, he's also Doctor Strange. He's a movie star. He can do it all. You know?
Everyone loves him.
Like that's kind of what I would probably be wanting to do if he was like my client or something like that. But what about you?
Yeah, no, I think so too. But I mean, it does go back to the whole British TV, system is so different, and the way they approach a lot of these shows. Sherlock, just from the start, being what it is, the fact that it was always 3 episodes that were really 3 TV movies a season. We would never have a show like that or air a show like that.
And to be fair, that has made him an international star
it was
in its own right.
That's what got him all the attention. But then you look at like Idris Elba doing Luther while his movie career was ascending. You know. It's just seen very differently, I think, by UK actors. The back and forth, it's not seen. Even though, yes, things have changed drastically in the US as far as the perception of TV and film actors, it's still, because just the commitment is still 13 episodes, even if it's a smaller season.
Yeah.
It's still a lot more.
It's still a lot of time.
But there, because they do these very short seasons a lot, it's just seen much easier to be like, hey, I'll jump through this. I mean, like, Daniel Radcliffe doing that TV series he's done like 2 seasons of now with John Hamm.
Yeah.
And that's just something that probably takes him a few weeks every year, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and I think that that's a really fair point because Sherlock in particularly is a very short season, as we've said. And I want to be clear that I'm not saying that there's some kind of like very distinguished marker between a movie star and a TV star, because there just isn't anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think there is here, and there definitely is not in the UK, but there never really was in the UK. They were just like, we're actors. We act in the places that we act.
Right.
It was the stage or the TV or the movie. But I'm just saying his time is going to become so valuable because it's going to take a long time to shoot the Marvel movies. That will take a long time.
What I see happening more likely is they will stop committing to, even though it's, still a spread out commitment to these like seasons of Sherlock every couple years. And either they will end them, which, you know, definitively, and he's like killed, or more likely Sherlock is
killing everybody too.
just how we do it. Sherlock Return is a thing where once in a while, every few years, they do like one movie.
Special.
Yeah, they do one special,
Yeah.
one TV movie.
I feel like that could work.
I think that could be something that might happen.
Okay, we've negotiated a deal.
Yeah, we negotiated. Benedict.
Benedict, you're all sorted out.
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
We've got you committed. So there you go. So that's what may or may not happen. You know, we'll see. We could be completely wrong.
I don't know that we are. No, we really could be, but it feels reasonable to me to think that they'd have to pull back at some point.
Feels possible.